Thank you for watching the World Community Magazine's Hour of Power Live on Facebook with your hosts Edward McQueen and April Garner.
You're muted, Brother Edward.
Okay, we're live, and we're going to be going swimming on June 2nd. What do you think?
I think that's a wonderful idea, yes.
Wonderful idea. It's going to be at the Oasis of Smith Jones. Like that. Anyway, good evening. I'm your host, Ed McQueen, and of course, WCM Live co-host, Miss April D. Garner. And we're happy to be part of sharing the announcement about the upcoming. We use the word Oasis. I'm hung up on that word now. At the Smith Jones, the opening of the Smith Jones swimming pool and other amenities to go along with it. And we're gonna have someone here to tell us today to give us a little bit, elaborate a little bit more about what comes with that. Okay, so April, what do you think?
I think it's time. Yeah, absolutely. It's getting hot enough to do that. I think we should bring on our special guest so he can talk about it.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. There we go. Ashley Smith.
Hey, how y'all doing?
We're great. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely great. This is awesome day.
Great. Awesome day. All right. Wait until June 2nd. It's going to be even better.
Oh, yeah. I'm very excited about June the 2nd. As we've been talking, the Oasis at Smith Jones Park. The city's put a lot of money into that pool, and it's been there since 1970. So it's going to be a special place for us and in the Smith Jones community. Wow.
That's so great to hear. I'm sure a lot of people can't wait for that. If the word gets out adequately, you're going to have a big turnout there.
Yeah, okay. And we have pumped it out. We got billboards throughout the city, and we're marketing as it's the Conway's only outdoor public pool. So it's going to be a fun summer. Special thanks to Larry White, the mayor, William Goldfinch, to push this thing through. It took a lot. Now, we've been here for 2.5, 3 years talking about getting this pool ready. And it's been a lot of roadblocks. A lot of roadblocks. I learned a lot through this process. Most of it is to keep my mouth shut until I see shovel hit the dirt.
Oh, okay.
So once I saw shovel hit the dirt, I felt real good about it. And I knew that our administration, John Rogers, was going to make sure it was open by Memorial Day. We're going to have a soft opening Memorial Day this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's $1 to get in like it's always been. We've been working with some local businesses, Palmetto Chevrolet, Conway National Bank, First Baptist. Some of the kids can afford $1. Some can, some can't. But we don't want any kid to be standing outside the fence watching their friends swim. So we're going to do everything we can to get every kid in that pool. And we talked about it being warm enough. It is, but that water, as they say, don't let the smooth face fool you. It's really cold in there. It's really cold.
I know you told us a little bit about it, Ashley. As a warning for people, what's the capacity?
I think it's 30 kids per lifeguard, and we want to have 3 lifeguards there and attendants also there. Another cool thing we're going to do every Monday, we're going to do free swimming lessons, part of our program.
Oh, that's wonderful.
To teach kids and adults how to swim. I don't know how to swim, and people say, "What do you mean you don't know how to swim?" I don't swim. I get in the water about 3 or 4 foot deep, and that's about it. So some people can't afford swimming lessons. We're going to do that. Our lifeguards are going to do that as a service. We're going to have different games and activities going on. So it's not just swimming. We'll have the lounge chairs. We'll have soda machines and snack machines, affordable snack machines. Like at our center, sometimes it's $2 a drink, and that's a hefty price. So we got it down to 50 cents a drink. And we don't want it to be a daycare. We want the whole family to come out because we're going to have couches out there with umbrellas, and it's a Caribbean theme. So in the background, we'll have that Caribbean ambiance like you're on an island at a resort. We want it to be first class, and this is one of my big projects since I got here, and we're really excited to see it come through because as we talked about, it was a lot of a lot of struggle getting through there. And the city, the cool thing about the city spent over $480,000 to get this project off the ground.
Ooh.
That's great.
The only change to the pool, it used to be a deep end that was 9 to 10 foot. It's 5 foot, 3 foot, so it's not going to be very deep. But it's perfect for kids and families to swim around. And what we want, because we have swim teams at the Sports and Fitness Center, we want everything to correspond with each other and get some kids on the swim team, teach kids how to swim, teach them how to have a good time, and just enjoy the summer.
Fantastic, man. I'm glad you reduced it down to 3 and 5 feet, because I can't go any lower than that.
Yeah, I can't either. I had the floaties on. We did have one scary part of it in the council meeting. My good friend Larry White said that he was going to come in a Speedo and a purple tie.
Well, gracious.
I told him it's not going to be that kind of party. So, but he's really excited, and he did a lot to get this going. Kept it in front in the public eye so nobody would forget about it. And I'm just glad that he trusted me to take it over the project and get John Rogers and everybody to do this. And, we're excited about the end product. And I think that the citizens and especially the kids are going to really enjoy having a swimming pool right in their backyard.
Well, go ahead. I was about to say that, I think it chose the right guy here, a couple of years ago to put all this thing together and come into fruition as it stands right now. I can witness that you've been doing a pretty good job out there at the Conway Rec Center.
Well, I appreciate it, but there's so many people, Mammy, Junior Hemingway, Mikhail Moody. It's not me. I always say that it's not. I'm lucky to be with some good people, and we get a lot of good things done. When nobody cares about credit, man, it's amazing what happens when you just want to get something done. And I don't care about credit. People can have it. I don't care. I just want to see the looks on the faces and see what's going on.
Well, you got some pretty good assistants out there. I think Miss Janice and Karen.
Yeah, Miss Karen, and also, like I say, Mikhail, David Williams, the whole staff. Everybody has different departments: athletics, programs, fitness. But when something like this comes together, everybody's on the same page and everybody has the same ideology, and we work together and get it done. The one cool thing is, there's always a stigma, or always I don't even know what you call it, but there's the African American people can't swim and you can't get lifeguards. Well, so far we got 3 African American lifeguards, and I want to have it fully staffed where it's not like that stigma's gone out of the way. I want that to be gone.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the fact that it's being promoted more heavily as a public pool, and all this work has gone into it. All of the changes that the city has made out in the Smith Jones area to the parts that are under the city's control people's perception with that, it will be inviting for everyone. And along with that stigma you're talking about, I think, people are afraid to cross boundaries and highways and pathways because of what the conversation has traditionally been, that there's a white side and a black side of town. Well, I'm with you. Ashley's my 88 classmate. It's time to remove those boundaries and the stigmas. We can't act like it doesn't exist. Those types of conversations and thought processes still exist, but it's great that you are the type of person who's promoting diversity and inclusion and equity, and you're trying to make sure that everyone understands that this pool is for everybody. It isn't just for the Black community, it's just for the white community. And with that being said, a part of your challenges, I'm sure, have been rooted in what's traditionally been Smith Jones and the culture of Smith Jones rec, right? Yeah. So how have you all addressed the concerns or the challenges when it comes down to people just pushing back on the idea that the pool is under a different type of control now, the aesthetic is different, but also that it's really being pushed hard as a public pool and everyone is being invited? Has there been any pushback?
Not really any pushback. I've had some long meetings with Miss Deborah Butler and Mr. Muhammad. I think so much of Mr. Muhammad. He's the guy that's at Smith Jones Park almost every day, cleaning that place up, and he has so much pride in that. And I told him, I said, listen, I just don't want to disappoint you. I said, if there's an issue, if there's something going on, please come and talk to me. And we're trying to make it not to where it's black and white. And you're right. There's going to be some stigmas, and there's going to be the first month or so, there may be some stigmas. But with that right there, I have to learn. Everybody has to learn when something happens, you have to address it right then. We're getting to the point with that Rosehaven neighborhood right behind Smith Jones. They're starting to influx the pool. So it's a lot of Hispanic kids coming to the pool. We've actually changed some of our signage to have Spanish in there.
No, that's awesome.
And see, and the thing is, and that's what we have to do when we stop looking at color and all that. I know it's cliche-ish, and I don't really like to get into that, but people are people. You're either a good person or a bad person. And at the end of the day, that's how you're judged. And if you can't get on board with this project for the city of Conway, then maybe you should go live in Myrtle Beach. And I'll say stuff like that because I love Conway and I love all of Conway. Our center is the same thing as the pool. It's for everybody. And that was my slogan when I put it on billboards. The Sports and Fitness Center is for everybody. I made everybody big, bold letters because in the past it was considered a country club of sorts. And we changed that. So, I think if I can convince a couple old people at our center to embrace the young basketball players and young people that come in to the center, I think that I'm going to have a pretty good chance of convincing the other way around too.
What are the hours of operation, Ashley?
It's kind of weird hours, and I'm working on trying to change that. But right now, the first year, it's going to be like it's always been. From 10 to 12, it's going to be for summer camps. Horry County Parks and Rec, Conway, different churches come. And then from 12 to 1, our lifeguards will get lunch. And then the pool will be open from 1 to 5, Monday through Saturday. And Sunday it'll be from 12 to 5. On Thursday, we will have night swim, which will go to 7:30. But that's it's a work in progress. To me, it should be open from dusk to dawn. I know that's not feasible because it is really hard to get lifeguards now. But it's a Class B pool, and what that means is it's almost like a hotel. You don't have to have lifeguards there. But with that being said, there will always be lifeguards there. There will at least be 1 or 2, and we'll have pool attendants. And we'll have also I got Chip Small. Will be there as our leader, as our manager to take up money. And, we're going to have problems. Kids are kids. People are going to, fight or whatever, but, we'll take care of that. And we're not going to, I don't like the word ban. When you kick somebody, you ban them for the summer. Well, no, you give them a chance, give them an opportunity to make up for it. And, to me, that's what's part of being a man and growing up when you do something bad. And then, how you can learn from that really tells you a lot about yourself. And that's what we're going to preach at the pool. We're going to have a diverse group. It's a big pool. Like I said, you could possibly have 90 kids in there at one time. So it's going to be fun, April. I can't wait to June 2nd to see the mayor and cut the ribbon and all that. I don't like really being up front and all that, but just to see her talk and see Larry talk, guys that have been there for a long time. And again, like I said, I haven't been this happy since 1983 when I moved here, and Brucey Jones and Peter Kelly took me to Smith Jones Pool, and I jumped off that hog dive. I thought that was the greatest thing ever. And I didn't know anything about black and white. My dad was a football coach, so I didn't know. But I had friends who go, what do you do? Smith Jones said, man, it's cool. Come on over. So even then, we're trying to do that. But I'm just excited that this is going to be an opportunity, and it's going to be a clean pool. It's going to be a resort. And I want the community, I want the kids to take ownership. Because if the kids take ownership in this, it's amazing what can happen in that whole area. Because we have disc golf. A lot of kids don't play disc golf. They may be introduced to this sport. They may love it and do something different. So myself and Mr. Muhammad working together and trying to get that stigma of the city and the Smith Jones venture, getting them back together.
Okay. Now, you were talking about all the public hours. Is the facility available for renting for private parties? I know people probably ask that question.
Yeah, I was about to ask that question.
At 5 o'clock we'll close, and then about 5:15, 5:30 we'll have our pool parties till 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So it will be open privately, and I think it's only $50. Don't quote me on that one, but our website, ConwayParksRecreation.net, it does have our hours and all the information that you'll need. And of course, my phone number is 902-7275. Call me. That's my personal number. And we'll get you all the information. But we do have all the information is on the building of the pool. Now, the cool thing about the building, it was kind of, we built a new pool, but we didn't build a new building.
Mm.
And I was thinking, that's kind of backwards because you have a real nice pool, but a building that was built in 1971. So what we did, we hired a muralist to come in and keep our Caribbean theme there with the sea turtles, and it's almost finished. We finished tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So please go by and look at that and check it out, because these young ladies did a great job, and it just looks kind of cool, and it gives you the vibe that we want to have.
Mm-hmm. It's a great logo. I really like that. With that, I guess the little pool house or whatever you want to call it. I remember back in the day it had some showers, I believe, in there. And will you have concessions? I know you mentioned Caribbean. I think the Caribbean restaurant or something would be coming out from time to time. But will you have concessions for the kids? Is there opportunity for vendors to come out and provide that type of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have a Pepsi machine, of course, and some snacks. But we're also going to have, on special days, have the Caribbean Jerk food truck come. Have a friend of mine in Loris that does a great food truck that's going to come in. And it's going to be reasonably priced to where, the city, like I want to go out and raise money to compensate some of the if we don't have enough money to feed somebody, that we can do that. And that's just one of those things. So it's a $10 bill. Maybe we can get it to it for half price. They'll get a good shot at, especially Caribbean Jerk. That place is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll get an opportunity to eat there. And on the other end with Caribbean Jerk, then they have people that have seen their restaurant and may want to go downtown and eat there.
Right.
So it's a win-win with our businesses downtown and our Smith Jones community.
So you got a few comments here from another one of our classmates, Calandra Jones out of Columbia, South Carolina. Calandra, thank you for watching tonight. And as you can see, our classmate is doing big things with his crew. She says, I'm loving this, my favorite summer spot growing up. Glad that it's back open. And it is great that you all have worked really hard to get this open, Ashley. And of course, our loyal viewer, Priscilla Fuller, very happy that it's finally open. Our youth and adults will certainly benefit from this. And, I like the fact that, like you said, you're going to be offering the swim lessons for youth and adults. And, you never know. You might even be able to open up for senior water aerobics. I mean, Brother Edward, it sounds like the opportunities are limitless.
Yeah, we are wide open to ideas. But hey, I looked at Calandra right there. She's got a little bit more gray hair than us.
I know, but her hair is so beautiful. It's like she gray all at one time. That's what I want. I just want to, bam, and she wears locks. Yeah, it's very beautiful. But thank you, Calandra. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. But anyway, J.A. Sherman says that's good news. Thank you, Jeff, for watching tonight. Really appreciate your support. So yeah, I mean, Ashley, I think everybody's going to be excited. What time is this ribbon cutting?
2:30, Friday, June the 2nd.
Okay.
The public's invited, and afterwards we're going to swim. We're going to eat Caribbean Jerk. It's a good time.
Brother Edward, I know you'll be there covering it.
Yeah.
He'll try. He'll try.
It'll be in the magazine. It'll be in the magazine.
So no Speedo with Mr. White, huh?
Oh, jeez. Well, Ashley, this is a G-rated show now. This is a G-rated show.
Told me to send you some pictures. I need to send some extra pictures of that.
That is amazing. That's funny. Really funny. Earlier you were talking about, trying to offset the cost of, the fee for the pool. And you talked about how you were reaching out to some businesses to see if they would be willing to support. And so talk a little bit more about that, because there might be some folks watching who are like, we'd like to sponsor or contribute to that. So yeah, tell us a little bit more about that.
And what our program is, you can do it by the month, or by the week. It's $250 a week, or you can do it by the day, which is approximately $50. I'm assuming there's going to be 50 kids there coming in. I'm not going to pay for the adults, but I have to pay for the kids and anybody that's interested. Like I say, I mentioned a couple of businesses, but I don't want to concentrate downtown. I want to go, everything seems to be downtown, and I love downtown. Don't get me wrong, because sometimes people get sideways when you say that. But businesses on the 701 corridor or 378 corridor, excuse me, those types of businesses that you can go down and say, hey, give us $30 or give us this, and we're going to do signs. We're not going to make it tacky, but we're going to let people know what businesses
we're supporting. that
are supporting this pool, and then that they can go and hey, this business support. Let's go there to eat tonight, or let's buy our stuff from there. And that's putting money back in the community, which will save money in the long run for our community and make everybody. I'm excited about the camps coming in, the police camp, those types of things. But the sponsorship is my bread and butter. I love to go out and talk to people especially if it's not for me. I hate going out asking money for me, but if it's for a good cause and it's for the city that I love and for the community I love, then I'll go out and I'll find some money. I'll find some money. Like I always tell people, I know where the bodies are buried.
Oh gosh.
You better pay it up.
That sounds kind of morbid there. But look,
well, I'm just saying, I know a lot of secrets on some people. So yeah,
I know. Yeah, but hey, you can count on the World Community Magazine to sponsor some children. Okay.
Right. Well, and with that,
we'll do a good 40 or 50 at a time.
Okay. Well, with that, having the workers that you're sending us at the center is going to be great. I mean, that can all tie in together. And
yeah, absolutely. And we will, since you brought the subject up, we're going to go full speed. And I'd like to let people know about the cooperation or the collaboration between the World Community Magazine and the Conway Recreation Center, primarily with you and your staff, Ms. Karen Johnson and Ms. Janice Hopkins. They've been very critical in the past of working with us, and hopefully we're going to continue that this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So far, everybody seems to be enthused about it. And having said that, we have scheduled. I'd like to advise the parents who want their children to have summer jobs to contact the World Community Magazine. And at one point, we'll put out the different telephone numbers that they can call. Okay. If you want a summer job for your child from 14 to 17, please advise us on that. And we'll put them to work. And some of them will be at like I said, the collaboration with the Conway Rec Center. And some of them will be working there with Ashley and Ms. Karen and Janice Hopkins, like they did last year. I don't know how many this time, but we intend to have that kind of collaboration there. And the following day, we're going to have our registration. You can come and register for your summer jobs on the Saturday after the grand opening, which is the 3rd. Is that correct? Yeah, June 3rd, which is, I believe, is next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, right? Is that correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And we will have. It looks like we'll be occupying a room at the rec center to accommodate those who want summer jobs. Okay, and our summer jobs is planned or scheduled to start on June 13th, that Monday, June 13th, or the 12th. Which one it is, whatever, it's on that Monday. So we'll have all these explanations done there for during our registration. Okay, so again, registration is the day after the grand opening, and we'll make the announcement at your grand opening again for anybody who wants to, for ages 14 to 17, who wants to work during the summertime. Okay, some will be at the at the Conway Rec Center, and we have numerous other places where we have scheduled to have them working. Okay, so it's just a quick announcement on that. So, we're looking forward to that, Ashley. We've got the room set, I understand, or rooms depend on the number of young people that will show up.
Okay. Yeah, and that June 2nd grand opening, we got some flyers to pass out, whatever you need to do there, and we can get the word out. And then we'll have it at our center. Some of our athletes that played in sports that are 14 to 17. And that's the key to get the word out, because, getting a job at 14, 15 is going to set you on the right path, especially with your organization. I mean, it's going to be great. And we'll have some kids that'll be pool attendants at Smith Jones Pool. So they'll be able to take control and have some pride in that area.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. It was intended at some point to kind of show some past photos or videos of the kind of accommodation that we had in the past. But we will work on that. We'll get to that. Looks like we have more comments there. Wow.
Yes, this comment is coming from none other than Craig Conway. Ashley, I love you, man. We really appreciate your leadership and passion for the entire community of Conway and all the youth of the city.
My man.
Ashley, all the love and support. And I think Craig is also in the Columbia area. So shouts out to Columbia, South Carolina for watching tonight.
Now, Craig wasn't saying that when I was 13 years old and him and Ned Rainbow were beating me up. They were teaching me how to be a man. But it worked. And I appreciate Craig. And, I love Craig and my dad, when he coached Craig. And Craig's a special person. That's all I can say about him. He's a special person.
Yes. Well, is there anything else that you would like to share about the grand opening June 2nd, Conway's only outdoor public pool, the all-new Smith Jones Park Oasis, the Oasis at Smith Jones. This is awesome.
Yeah,
anything else you'd like us to know?
Like that title.
That's the key. Just be there. We need participation. We need to show everybody that this was a much-needed amenity in the city of Conway, in the Smith Jones. And again, I don't want to I sound like a broken record, but I'm so excited about June 2nd. I can't stand it. It's almost like Christmas Eve. I'm ready for it to get here and get our summer rolling. And then, then we can figure out what we can do and what we can't do. Probably about the second or third week, we'll have, like you said, some senior aerobics, some different things going on in there. So yeah, we're excited. And again, we really want your opinions. So don't feel like, you're bugging me or anything like that. I promise you, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I always say that. I know a lot of smart people. But if you got good ideas and we want to try them, hey, all I can do is not work.
And that's something that you always do whenever you come on the show. You're always asking the community for ideas, and I think you're a man of your word. Miss Penny Graham Johnson, she says she lives in Homewood, St. Paul community. Thanks for all you do. Josephine Burgos out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, Clee, thanks for watching. She says she loves the name. That's Tabitha's auntie, by the way. Tabitha was her other classmate. So, and Joyce Fletcher, remember spending all day at the rec, games, good, swimming, great, good fun times. And you're right, it's great to revive the rec. That used to be the place to be. And so, hopefully all of the improvements that are being made out there will bring the community together. So, Ashley, continue to do the wonderful job that you're doing. We appreciate City of Conway and the rec center. They couldn't have chosen a better person to lead the efforts. You're definitely a leader, Ashley, and I'm so proud of you. And definitely appreciate all that you're doing. Brother Edward, I'm telling you, hey, I think Ashley Smith 2024. What you think?
Whoa. Go down.
I'm talking president.
I got too many skeletons in this closet.
Oh, okay. All right.
I want to tell you about one more thing, and me and Mr. McQueen were talking about it. I want to do a history walk through Smith Jones. I'm doing something at Collins Park, a reader thing.
That's
when I
awesome.
a history walk to where people that contribute to Smith Jones Park. And I'm asking for names. I've talked to Mr. McIver. He's been around for a long time, and like Mr. McIver, did this, and this for this community in 1962.
I love that idea.
From right when it started to all the way to right now.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't want a national leader. I want people in Conway, people that were very instrumental in having this park, having what we have today. And that's my next project. I kind of snuck it in with Mr. McQueen yesterday when we talked. So I'm working on that too. But that's going to be the cool thing, because we're going to have pictures of the people that we want to talk about on the plaque. And it'll just be so cool to see. You got Miss Cheryl in there. You got different people that's been through it. Coach Sadler for a long time, and people these young guys don't know. I call them young cats. These young cats don't know, what came before them in their community, and I think it'd be very good for everybody to know who did what and why we're here.
Yeah, and this should be a shout out to all those people who have some knowledge or some artifacts or what they can send to you or and let you use in order to facilitate what you just planned. Okay.
We're in the beginning stages. I have had meetings with Mr. McIver And he's got a list of some people. But, again, what happens when you leave somebody off and somebody gets mad? I don't want it to be anything like that. I want it to be consensus, who's who of Conway.
I think it's a great idea, and obviously there's a couple of people who've chimed in saying it's a great idea. That history walk, we can't get away from the history because it's all about the foundation. What started it all. So that's a great way to bring it full circle and to make sure that everyone understands what underpins Smith Jones, and that what you're doing out there. It isn't the first time that the pool existed. It isn't the first time we had basketball courts and tennis courts and all that other good stuff. There used to be a shelter out there where I remember growing up. We had our Brownie Scouts and Girl Scout meetings, and it was just a wonderful place to be. So,
that's
yes.
where we're going. That's where
Someone mentioned Deborah DeWitt Smith said Mr. Gilbert Ellaby. So, Brother Ella, you see these names are popping up.
I'm serious.
Actually, when you use the word history, that's a trigger word. Everybody starts to chime in on that.
Yeah,
that's
Mr. Ellaby.
So we'll get together, have a collaboration. I always say you got too many people in it that it's take 10 years to do it. So it may just do 1 or 2 and 3 or 4 people. So we'll get it done. We're excited.
It's always the most effective. It's 2 or 3 people. Okay.
Yeah, no doubt. But hey, thank y'all for having me. I appreciate everything y'all do, and if y'all need me, give me a call.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. And again, I'm sure that Brother Elwood will cover the grand opening. Make sure you get some video, plenty of pictures, and we'll have to bring you back to talk a little bit more about the developments a little bit later on.
Right.
And I'll do the president thing if you run for city council next time. How about that?
We'll talk about that off air.
There you go. Y'all take care.
All right. Take care,
Ashley. Ashley, thanks so much, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, Brother Ella, this is exciting. The Oasis, the Smith Jones rap.
Yeah. Ms. Beckman says Smith Jones was the spot.
It was the spot. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that was the gathering place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it went through a refurbishing at one time because the original spot, was Craig's relatives, I believe. It was Mr. Jones, and that was a brick building, patio, and all the dances of the new. I mean, after school spot, but anyway.
So, you wanted to,
I want to touch base, continue to make sure that it's well known about the Summer Jobs Program. Okay. Again, I'll reiterate that on June 3rd, which is that Saturday, that we intend to have a registration at 11 o'clock in the morning. Be at the Smith Jones. At the Conway Rec Center, and it'll be as you enter the buildings. The main building where the reception is, and just walk to your right, and it'll be one of those 2 rooms. And if we need to utilize both rooms, then so be it. But based on the number of students they're seeking a job. But please come, and if you're from 14 to 17, come, and you must register, okay, in order to meet all the requirements for parents' permission and all that good stuff, and waivers for liability waivers, stuff like that. Okay, so to your parents, and if you know some young people 14 to 17, just go ahead, just bring them on that day. And again, we'll make the announcement again at the pool grand opening anyway to solidify this thing. So that's what we have planned, and we'll place you at some place for a job. Okay, from 14 to 17, you'll be doing something. And God willing, we get enough funding, because we're still soliciting funding for to facilitate and implement this thing throughout the summer. The plan is to have our young people working from 5 to 6 weeks. Okay, we'll start off with 5 weeks. The growth has taken place because we started off with 4 weeks 8 years ago, I believe, 8 years ago. We started with 4 weeks, and it is just grown so much that, of course, along with that, the need for more funding comes with that, and it's been relatively successful. I think it's more than just successful, but to the point where we didn't have to stop, hiring students. Okay, completely. So again, that's Saturday, June the 3rd, the day after the grand opening, and this will be at the Conway Rec Center, 11 a.m. in the morning. 11 a.m. in the morning for all the youth or anybody who wants to work during the summer for 5 weeks. Okay, you have to register when you come. Okay. So,
all right. Well, Brother Edward, I know you have a couple of videos. I can pop one on the screen, and if you can kind of gear up what the audience will be watching, what these videos are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So what April's about to show is is a kind of like a summary of how successful we were at last year in 2022. Now, we chose these particular videos because we were dwelling on the rec center with Ashley, and Ashley was one of our collaborators, along with the Conway Rec Center, one of our collaborators, along with Miss Karen Johnson and Miss Janice Hopkins, and you will see them coming up. They were our collaborators that made that a success. I think Conway Rec Center hired, I believe, 4 or 5 of the students that we sent there to work, and they had their testimonies that they wanted to share. So we videotaped them last year, them telling what they thought about their summer job and how they appreciated it. So you want to roll one of them, April?
Yeah, there's one here. You have it's Janice and Karen. So we'll see what Janice and Karen have to talk about.
And of course, like I said, I'm program coordinator. I'm the one that, and as well as Michael Moody, that get involved, do the, my mom or my dad would say, the dirty work with the kids. Right now we're in camp. We have about 85 kids, and we're just enjoying ourselves.
All right. And then you have a couple of the students who were in the Summer Jobs Program.
Yeah.
So I'll pop one on the screen. Looks like you're having an audio issue here.
Yeah.
Hear that one. Okay. I'll try another one that you sent to me.
Yeah.
And see. So when the kids are working at the rec center or at the fitness center, what are some of the things that they do? While I tee up this video for you.
Yeah, according to Ms. Johnson, Karen Johnson, they had them working around the swimming pools, and I'm not sure, but I think they were kind of like helping the lifeguards out, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, and all other things that they can carry on after they're employed. Okay, and for sure, at least one of them that you were going to see has been working there since last summer. I mean, actually decided to keep her on, and we're proud of that. So mm-hmm. I don't know exactly what she's doing, but it must be pretty productive because they're very satisfied with it. But let me go back to what the youth were doing. My understanding is, again, like they were helping around the pool area, and I'm sure not the maintenance of the pool, but the gathering of the children who were younger than they were. Mm-hmm. Seemed to me like they had some supervisory capacity in that. So Karen can correct me if she's listening. So, But that's my knowledge of that. So our intent was to make sure that they were employed there for 5 weeks during the summertime, and we're just so proud of that because they loved it.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can roll another one. Brother Edward, those faces, beautiful.
Yeah, man, they were beaming, weren't they?
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
And hopefully the same thing can transpire this coming summer, and hopefully to have even more faces like that. But you see how happy they were just working. Okay, I mean, but they, next week and the coming weeks, hopefully we can I can show more interviews of the other places that were employed. We had at Palmetto summer camp, the Camp Great at Conway High School under the auspices of the Conway Police Department, and a number of other places. The James Fraser Center. Okay. Yeah, and the Senior Citizen Center in Bucksport, to name a few, and a few other places. Just can't name them right now, but we have some videos that we could share with our audience just to let you know how successful it was, and we're happy to see them happy, and they were happy, man, to receive a paycheck every week. I mean, that's at that age, some were 14, 15 years old.
First job ever, probably.
Yeah, and that's growth, when you can start off like that. Seeing what it's like, and we don't have to have situations where and I may be exaggerating, where go to the ATM machine trying to get some money out, and you didn't have any, and one of those things. But it's on the bright side of that. I was told that happened sometime. We were at one of the seminars, but not with our students, however. But we wanted to avoid that. So.
Well, those clips were great. It's great to see young people doing some productive things over the summer, and even 5 weeks. So some people may say, "Well, that's not long enough." A lot can happen in 5 weeks. These are enriching opportunities for our young people. They are not only gaining some skills, but they are learning how to use the God-given strengths and skills that they have. Those are called soft skills. And so the more that they do these things, the more they're, exposed to the workforce and, working with people and understanding how leadership works, the better they'll be in society. So, especially when they get ready to go off to college and try to figure out what they want to do with their lives, when they try to figure out their whys. So, shouts out to World Community Magazine, Brother Edward Summer Jobs Program. You and Sister Joella have been doing this for quite some time. I mean, how long is this program? How long has this been in existence?
Let's start. Look. I forgot to. I want to share this with. Can't leave out our treasurer, Ms. Jenna Falk. Okay, she's been a steadfast giant there with us, and Ms. McIver. she has the summer enrichment program. We've kind of we're doing it jointly this year, and last year, quite successful. She's been magnificent, and the things that she and you, I think you all were part of that, April. That you all the things that you all thought of for these students to do.
The summer reading program, yes. We have to thank Hannah, her daughter, for that. Right, yeah, she's in education and came up with a super curriculum for the kids, and we had to execute it according to her plan. But yeah, I mean, again, great opportunities for these young people over the summer. You got them out working in the public. You know, the opportunity for them to enrich their learning and enhance their reading skills. I don't see any reason why any parent would not want them to participate. So, you know, there's just always opportunity, and everybody just needs to take advantage of it as much as possible, especially when you have people in the community who have been there, done that, business leaders, educators, giving back by trying to pour into the young people. So, you know, everyone who's watching, spread the word, because typically when the summer reading program comes around, Brother Edward and the Summer Jobs Program, you know, we'll post this information on social media, try as much as possible to get the information out to the churches so that they can share it with their congregations. And, you know, there's tons of young people in this area who could benefit. But more importantly, like Brother Edward says, if the community comes together to support it financially, we don't have to worry about whether or not these kids are going out, you know, having a hard time finding jobs. We're actually creating the opportunities for them. We just need them to be to get signed up for the opportunities and for the community support, so that we can teach them, you know, teach them more about the workforce and give them that feeling of accomplishment as they earn their own paycheck. So
right.
Good job, Brother Edward.
I would reflect on one of the commenters, Ms. Josephine Berger said that would look great on their resumes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And it does. It looks really good. Student resumes, they should be building their resumes, as early as middle school now, but definitely in high school, they should build student resumes and start that kind of exercise. Calandra's asking, when is the summer reading program? Stay tuned, Calandra. I'm sure Ms. McIver is working on some plans for what she's going to do this year with summer enrichment. Not sure how it's going to roll out for this year, but for the past couple of years, and even through COVID, we had a summer reading program where the students were all assigned a book, and they read the book over the summer. We had different exercises for them to do, and then they had a culminating project. So at the end, they were able to show their presentations, and we even broadcasted that over social media so that people could see what the students worked on. And so as soon as that information is ready for release, I'll be sure that you get it. Verdell Beckman says, not only that, it may keep our kids from the street and getting in trouble. That's it. That's the post.
That's the key.
That's the
primary reason.
That's the comment of the day right there. Yeah. Exactly. So, and Craig, thank you for your wonderful remarks as well. You know, we're just doing what we do, and thank you for your good work too across communities. And it does take a village. So I think the village knows what's necessary. And people like Brother Edward, Sister Janars, Sister Joella, Ms. McIver, anyone who's working with the youth, doing a fantastic job to you know, just make sure that everyone has a bright future. So, but Brother Edward, I know there's some other things that you know, we want to put out. Just a couple of announcements before we leave for the night. One is that we know that graduation is upon us, and World Community Magazine would like to bring back the graduation issue. And so we'll be releasing some information really soon about graduation ads. So if you have a special graduate this year, it could be pre-K, elementary, middle, high school, college, adult education, trade school, church, whatever. If you have a special graduate that you want to recognize, we have some spaces available in the magazine for a special graduation edition that will be in June, that will actually publish in June. And so we'll get that information out as soon as possible. What else we have going on? Oh, I can tell you real soon, we will be announcing the winners of the Whittemore Alumni Scholarships, and I think there are some other scholarships that are actually being awarded that have been coordinated by Whittemore alums who have some special scholarship offers for students who are entering college. And so stay tuned for that information. And we'd like to thank all of the parents and the students who submitted applications for the various scholarships that have been promoted across this platform and other platforms that are connected to the Whittemore community. What else we have going on, Brother Edward? I'm sure there's some Juneteenth celebrations coming up. We'll get some information on those things.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, around June 23rd, I believe 24th, is going to have the Atlantic Beach Gullah Fest.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
And Miss Pat Millette, she's on the ball over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that going on. So maybe the next episode will be all about what's happening in our area. We'll bring back around town and in our community. Yeah. And talk about some of the great things that are happening so you all can get ready for the holidays. This coming weekend is Memorial Weekend. Please be careful. I know the bikers are in town, and so if you're still all about the bike fest, just be safe. Watch out for the bikers, watch out for yourselves, but enjoy yourselves. And so that's coming up this weekend.
Let me send a shout out to Hope and Freedom Wellness. I mean,
okay.
Miss Angela Walker doing a fantastic job over there, and she's right into it in terms of Summer Jobs Program. Okay, just want to send a special shout out to her and the young her young son who's establishing a business himself right there. It's called Alt Transportation.
Okay, I remember. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Brother Travis Hemingway.
Right. Yeah. So, Brother Edward, if there's some people who are viewing who want to, be employers over the summer, do they still have an opportunity to get in touch with you?
Absolutely. We've got to find some place to put our youth to work. All right. And since we're paying for it, I mean, they should be that makes them even more receptive for that. Mm-hmm. But we would enjoy the collaboration there. And if they want to pay half, I mean, I'll deal with that too.
Right, exactly.
But we've got some commitments, April, from a number of people, a number of businesses that they want to collaborate with us and awesome. Assist us. And I'm happy about that.
All right. Well, this has been quite a show. We are definitely excited about the Oasis grand opening June 2nd. Everybody get your swim on, go out there, have a good time, support City of Conway Rec Department, especially since they are trying to make it easy for the youth to enjoy themselves over the summer in a safe zone, a safe environment, back at historic Smith Jones Rec Center. So stay tuned for that. Go out and support. And then also, Brother Edward just mentioned the Atlantic Beach Gullah Geechee Festival, June 23rd to the 25th. You want to make sure to support that as well. We'll have some more happenings coming up soon that we'll post here and, in various places. And maybe we can have some special guests to come on and talk about what they're doing across the area. Juneteenth celebrations are coming up.
Right.
Just a lot of things on the horizon. So, Brother Edward, it has been a fantastic show tonight. It really has.
April, they can check on the network also, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Check the network. I've been on hiatus, and we'll begin reposting, different things that people are promoting on the network starting Memorial Weekend, as a matter of fact. So, if you got something going on, make sure to get it on the lineup so that I can approve the posts and continue to check out the network. All Black businesses, Black entrepreneurs, Black this, Black that, Black everything, Blackity Black. The network. And that's important. I know a lot of people are like, wow, she's really hyping up the fact that it's Black-owned businesses. But if we don't hype ourselves up, who will? Number one. Number two, it's important for us to make sure that we're supporting Black-owned, minority-owned businesses, and the network is one way to do that. And so it is your connector. If you're looking for everything from, someone to landscape your yard, to someone to cater your special event, wedding, or whatever, you can probably find it on the network and all things in between. And I know that a lot of people who are hosting special events They typically will post to the network to let us know what's happening. So it is still alive and well. Continue to look for those posts, and I appreciate everyone who's utilized that resource over the years. It's been my goodness, it's more than 5 years now working with that particular platform, and it's continuing to grow. So that, along with the World Community Magazine, we're your eyes into the Black community and beyond. And it is a way for us to just introduce people to things that they didn't even know existed when it comes down to our community. So thank you for mentioning that, Brother Edward. I really do appreciate it. And it's been really nice tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So, okay. All right. So, to our viewers, wow. We had a ball tonight. For lack of a better word.
Thank you, Ashley, for being with us.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you to all of our viewers from the Midlands showed up tonight. The Midlands and up into Charlotte, y'all showed up tonight. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we hope to have some more. In fact, we do have some more videos for you to just show you how these young people appreciate the contributions they're getting in order to allow them to work. Okay, we have a significant amount of videos at the places where they were working. Okay, and I think that should be interesting to all of you who want to see where your dollars are going, and all of our contributors. Okay, so until next week, April.
Till next week, same time, same channel, I guess you could say that. We will be back, and again, have a safe Memorial weekend, and we will see you all soon.
See you all soon.
All right. Good night.
Thank you for watching the World Community Magazine's Hour of Power Live on Facebook with your host Edward McQueen and April Garner.